the second of the 8-man tournament. George has a considerable height advantage over Jake Murph.
Yes, he does, and it'll be interesting to see how Jake likes to be more aggressive and get in there, so it'll be interesting to see whether he can work it through the long limbs.
Now, just quickly, while these boys are feeling one another out, I know you have seen Jake fight many times, Murph. Now, not many people have actually seen George Mann fight. I actually seen him fight down in Melbourne not long ago and really put on a show against Alexei Petrulius down there in Melbourne, and displayed some great Muay Thai as a southpaw too, Murph.
Yes, no, well, that's it. Once again, it'd just be that height and that reach that could, and obviously being in a southpaw stance at the moment now too, on how he actually goes. He did catch him with a little kick there, but more of a slip. But, yeah, we'll see. Jake likes to push it up. He likes to let him go. I watched him as a young kid when he started, and I've always been impressed with his fight skill.
Boys are still feeling out, but I can already see Jake just having a little bit of trouble adjusting to George's huge and incredibly long legs and long limbs, Murph.
Yes, no, definitely. Let alone the fact of being a southpaw too, which you've already got to adjust yourself to go through in that way. So, yeah, there's a little bit of a slot for him to go through, but nothing much in that.
It was much better. He closed the gap there quickly. Jake come forward and did catch George.
Yeah, I think he needs to sit back and then wait for him to throw that body kick or something, and then Jake should then jump on him so he can let those hands go.
I think that's an absolutely correct call. One thing I try to install with my fighters, if you're shorter than your opponent, you need to close the gap as soon as you can to fight back, Murph.
Yeah, no, exactly right, mate. Exactly right. But I think maybe we'll see how it goes the second round. Hopefully this first round he's trying to work out how we can get in. And then hopefully we'll see him in the second round get in and start displaying his good hands.
George really favouring that lead. Teep tries for the takedown, but Jake showing some really good strength there and stopping the takedown. Beautifully displayed.
Mate, it's amazing how you can see with old George that can make 70 kilos. He hasn't got the skinniest little legs that you would expect to see on a bloke of his size either. Obviously, the upper body's not as solid as some of the other blokes, but to get to 70 kilos, I think he's an amazing size.
Mate, you have seen some body shapes in your times, and myself included. He is a massive kid for 70 kilos.
Yes, definitely. I think, too, he's using that push kick and so on. He's not really hurting Jake with anything, but I think he's just putting him off with what he's doing. So, yeah, Jake definitely is keeping him away, which is frustrating. Maybe he should be using it and slipping to the other side when he throws that, and then, yeah, stepping in, no elbows, yeah.
Bit of instinct kick there.
Yeah. Hey, when you get a little bit frustrated, sometimes you've got to throw something. It's up to the ref to pull you up.
As we go back to the replay here, Murph, look at the body and height of the young fella there. It is just so much to get past, Murph.
Yeah, I think he was hoping that he had a crane and he'd lift him up so he could actually get to that height.
Round 2 of the second match of the 8-man tournament here. Proudly brought to you by Paul DeMacaulay and Ultra Tune. As we watch the boys size one another up again. I tell you one thing I feel, Murph, George may have the height and reach, but I think Jake has definitely got the speed.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. And Jake, when he lets him go, he's definitely got the combinations. Unfortunately, he's just not being able to let him go to his ability. But what I'd be doing, if he's tapping his hands, exactly what he just did then. As soon as he tap, let that right hand go, then follow it up.
Bit of Happy Gilmore, mate. Tap it in. It's funny you say that, Murph. I was about to say I'd love to see Jake dip, fake the right hand and come up top with a hook, and he did that as you were about to call it yourself. Good low clinch there. Very intelligent by Jake. You have to clinch low against a taller opponent a lot of the time to neutralise the clinch.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's it. He should follow him up, throws and threes and fours. Once he's inside, don't let him get the chance to get away. So I know it's easier said than done, but that's obviously the game plan. When he's there, let him go. Yeah.
It was a very aggressive attack there to the inside of the leg. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, nice kick.
George using that huge tip again.
That's it, follow up. He should be following up now.
Definitely scored nice with that right hand. George closes the gap.
Down low.
Let's see how the contrast to clinch with the height here.
Yeah, no, I think if Jake tries to take him up top around the head square, he's going to be, he's let down. He should be going straight in around the waist.
I agree 100%, Murph. That is why you are a veteran and I'm sort of a veteran.
You got a few more years to go before you get as old as me, mate, and then you can call yourself a veteran.
Beautiful cracking kick. You can see Jake getting more aggressive now, closing the gap quicker, which is what we were thinking he should do at the start there, Murph. It's looking so much better already.
Yeah, no, definitely. If, stay out of the clinch in that way, and in and out, use his angles, punching and kicking, and that's how he'll get where he needs to get.
Well, one thing we know about the corporate box boys, they're always fit. So Jake will be fit. Shaggy will have him very hard worked.
Yeah, mate, they do. They're, you know, they're a good reputable gym, and the boys do train hard, and they fight with honour at that gym too. So there's a no give up policy. So yeah, mate, he'll definitely go down and push it as far as he can.
Tell you what, Jake tried to slip George's.
Beautiful punches. That's it. When he stays in there, he got him.
He's still a bit high on that clinch.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Fight! Come!
Well, end of round two, and a much better round there from young Jake. George just very, he's like a brick wall. You've got to try and climb, get around him, get over him, find your way through him, mate. Third and final round here of the second bout of the 8-man. Probably an even scorecard now, I feel. Do you feel, Murph?
Yeah, look, yeah, it'll be interesting to see on how the judges score it. You know, yeah, we'll see once again last round. Let's see who wants it the most and who puts in.
Jake's smiling. One thing's for sure, he loves being in the ring. He loves punching on. Cracks to the guard.
Beautiful kick. That's it, he should counter. When he shows that kick, let the hands go straight after.
He's trying to close the gap. He's got a little hop in as he kicks there, Murph, which is a good little tactic to close the range on a taller opponent.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'd like to see Jake just put a bit more pressure on, just to try and dominate the fight a little bit more, because tell you what, you cannot give George an inch. If you give him an inch, he'll give you a foot to your jaw.
Exactly
so like
right.
That,
and I think
Murph.
Exactly, and I think Jake should be moving the opposite way. He keeps moving around to George's his left side or right side there, where he should be moving around the other side.
Good call, Murph. Should be always moving to the left side for Jake against the southpaw, or often as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Then stepping across it, cutting him off, and then, you know, jumping on him from there.
I think Jake feels that kick's hitting a bit more. Maybe try and roll through with the dreaded right hand to the southpaw. Throw it down the tube, Murph, maybe.
Yeah, mate, I think he's definitely got to get something. He's just got to sort of grit the mouth guard and then go for glory. If he can, he's just letting him get frustrated, letting himself get frustrated now with the unorthodox style from George.
Fight!
George is 20 years old, and I tell you what, he doesn't look a day over 17, mate.
No, you definitely got that right. It'd certainly be one of the kids that I probably would have tried to pick on and steal his tuck shop money at school. Lucky I'm a little bit older than him, mate.
Yeah, if you would have been stealing everyone's bloody lunch money at school. No bullshit.
No, I know nothing.
Oh, big cracking kick to the guard there by Jake. That's dominant. Very dominant when he goes. He just needs to follow it up, Murph.
No, he does. Yeah, no, he's definitely, I think, a lot more powerful fighter, but he's a lot sharper fighter. He's just not able to get through that reach.
How do you think the Queensland judges are going to see it? Do you think they're going to sway more to the power, Murph, or more to the tie-up game that George seems to have at the moment? Yeah, we can see.
Yeah, beautiful.
Can't quite score the takedown. Beautiful catch, though.
Yes, definitely. Mate, look, I think you're going to have to definitely look at blue at the moment now, but yeah, who knows? We'll see what the judges, they've got the hard part of the night.
One person that did agree with you in the arena was George there, mate. He was raising his hand very early, very confident. He thinks he's won it.
Yes, so we'll see how it goes, but it'll be interesting to see on who he gets up next. And
As we go to the replays here, Murph, and there's that foot to the mouth. How is your tinea level at the moment?
yeah, no, beautiful teeth kick that was then. Then you can see him setting him up straight away for him that. He's setting him up the gravel to throw him down. Yeah.
And realistically, it wasn't really a clean technique. It's
No.
just George is so big.
Yeah, no, that's it, mate. You can see him setting it up, but it's just, being so big and unorthodox. It's, Paul Jake didn't have anywhere to go bar through the ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. Your winner and moving through to semi-final, number 1, blue corner, George Mack.